make translation and later I make host you again. No problem.
Okay, I think I already did it though.
Yeah, because he didn't choose.
You didn't do it.
Okay, I'll make you host then.
Okay. Так,
You should be
буквально
host now.
несколько минут.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why he couldn't see, because you did it. You indeed did it.
That's what I thought. But anyway,
It's quite strange.
maybe
И мы
some.
переходим дальше уже к самой работе. Слышу, да. Ну, уже отлично. Окей. Ну что ж,
So we can start, right? We will
Yes,
have our stream in 2 languages. So now the whole world, I guess, can see us, both the Russian speaking and English speaking. So before we had our English stream, I planned to open a short in here before the new 1 hour candlestick was launched at 2 p.m. Moscow time. Now we have the avalanche level, which is too high, at 20.65. And if I now open this order, if I go short, then I am not really willing to do so at the current price, because right now we are somewhere in the middle of that range, of that channel between 2 levels, and it's still unclear where it will go. Well, the indicators are already showing us quite interestingly, curiously, that we should go short, but there is no trigger for now. So if I'm gonna open a transaction, I would go short and make a small profit from the correction. But you see, the coin already corrected from $20 to 19.95, which is like 1%. And for now, the avalanche is not satisfactory for me. I think we should first reach that level and then go short. So if I open an order right now, then I should really analyze the indicators again. And let's see what kind of opportunities the market has to offer. So there are 2 options. Either we go short based on the current level, or we go long and wait for the coin to achieve that level, the next level, high level. But I'm not really okay with that coin. I think we should wait here, and I agree with Alexander. I will better switch on to another coin, which is Artem.
На русском нет трансляции.
Так, просто, наверное, нагрузилась. Я вот не знаю, у меня вот сейчас трансляция идет.
They're wondering if they have the Russian streaming.
Она у меня не грузилась. Ну ладно, надеюсь, трансляция идет.
Да.
Что-то вы поздно, ребят, сказали. Просто я не открыл саму ссылку. Я когда
Just give me a second, I will write instructions.
Ну, видимо, какие-то косяки системы. Ну, не суть. В общем, трансляция у нас идет, и мы сейчас думаем, какую
So we have the Atom coin here, okay?
торгов. По монете Atom. Ситуация, опять же, очень похожая. Ситуация по монете Avalanche. Цена монеты Atom составляет $9.
So Atom right now is $9, which is quite a high entry point for going short, for correction. At the same time, if we open an order expecting the trend to continue, then I will have to look for shorter entry points somewhere in July. Let me check how this coin looks on this chart. From the 4th or 5th of May, we showed some considerable correction for this coin, after which I saw no real drops. Let me impose the Fibonacci retracement and see what we can expect here. And let me see what it tells me.
Так.
Just give me a second, please.
И верхнюю сейчас настроим и посмотрим, к чему же мы можем прийти в моменте.
Let me see what kind of result we can get in the moment. They say there is no sound in the Russian.
У меня уже все настроено, как было до этого прежде. Так.
Не знаю, у меня есть.
In the Russian streaming, but someone says there is audio in the Russian streaming, so maybe at the receiver's end. But Alexander, probably you can hear us here. No, we're talking about the Russian YouTube.
У меня, знаешь, какое мнение? Ну, прям по...
You know what I think? Alexander says, this is my impression, that probably the charts will still work, will still show us some slight increase before we can go short. I'm now looking at all the coins, and I see that the picture is similar for almost all those coins. Well, more or less similar. I don't see any obvious entry points. Even the coins that increased by 20%, like SKL USDT pair, it grew by 20%. And even for that coin, right now, I don't see any shorting opportunities. Well, we could try, but the stop loss might be triggered. Yeah, because we're not going with a big stop loss. So if we, for example, take Artem coin, my stop loss should be safe stop loss should be somewhere at 6%. If I make a take profit, then it should be 18%, or I make a stop loss at 1%, 2%, and then it might be triggered by one big candle, strong candle. Again, for the Atom coin, we are close to the level, and we haven't yet bounced back from that level. But if we go long with Atom, then I guess here we could put the stop loss at 3%. Although 3% will be somewhere at the level, 3.5%, and then we can continue trading. What I'm not okay with is that if the correction starts, then we can reach that level, like it usually happens during as we said, during our previous streams. So Ilya, what about the sound in the Russian stream? Because I think I configured everything correctly.
Так, посмотри, да, там у нас идет...
Да, появился.
Now we have the audio in the Russian room too. Because when I switched from to YouTube, the configuration was reset. So next time we'll make sure that everything is audible and visible. So here's what we're going to work with in the near future. First, we need to understand how it's going to go in the nearest hour. And if we see correction and we see some trigger points on the chart, trigger patterns help us identify the decrease movement, then we can go short and open positions. But for now, I don't see any triggers, and the current model is not to my liking. So what's been happening since the opening of the day, I see that the chart is moving within 1-2% range. So we've been talking, we've already discussed, we have already noticed it, that as soon as we start our streaming, then the price stays within the range. And when the streaming is over, then something crazy starts happening to the charts. So it's kind of a Murphy's Law in action. Now I'd like to give the floor to Lorna, I guess, on the new English, and I think it will be quite interesting for us to hear about it, and then we can focus on one of the coins in particular. So Lorna, I would like to give you the floor if you're ready. and see what kind of news you prepared for us on the cryptocurrency market.
Ладно, хорошо. Я буду
Okay,
ждать.
then I will be waiting for you when you are ready. Then please see what kind of events happened, because we don't have Nikita today, so I count on you. Ilya says I can give a couple of news in Russian, and then Dennis can translate it for us. Okay, yeah, go for it.
Да, неправильно меня записал.
Again, it's Ila Kazakov. Well, it's Ilya Kazakov. That's the correct way to pronounce it. So usually we make a news digest in our live trading channel. So in the real life time, you can follow that news. So what did we observe? What interesting news did we observe? So first, it's the whole situation around Twitter and Elon Musk. So Twitter wants to sell high, and and Elon Musk wants to buy it cheap. We all know that Elon Musk is good at manipulating the market, and he dropped the Twitter shares by 7-8%. And Elon Musk says that there are quite a lot of bots and strange accounts on Twitter. So he says 25-30% are fake accounts or bot accounts. And Twitter says that only 2% are such accounts. And now Twitter sued Elon Musk for $1 billion to make Elon Musk go back to the original deal. But Elon Musk wants to buy it for 28 billion, whereas Twitter wants him to buy it for 44 billion. So because of all that news, there is manipulation with the then drop the price and then go back to negotiating the decrease in the price. So also recently there was a report published by the FRS about the interest rates. We all saw that everyone was waiting for it. Everyone expected it to be 8.8 or 8.9%, and it grew all the way to 9.1%. The market responded to it right away, both stock and crypto market. There was a sharp drop of 5% in Bitcoin and other coins as well. But this drop was bought back very quickly, not only in half a day, and it went even higher than before that drop. So it was bought back really well. Also, Binance burned $500 million worth of its tokens, BNB. But because we are on the bearish market, it did not actually influence the price. And BNB are burned once a quarter, and they also submit their reports. Europe, well, already refused to use Russian energy resources, and we can see in the stock markets the decrease in the oil prices. But for gas, the price is the same for now. So Ilya gave us the recent updates. There was quite a lot of news about the Russian gas and the purchase of the Russian gas. Yes, and Europe is planning to not to use the Russian gas at all. It's all about the fundamental position of Europe of buying fuel resources from other countries. We'll see how it will affect the national currencies. But let me comment on the Tesla.
Я заболтался. Спасибо, Денис.
So we're talking about the Sol USDT pair while we were talking, I wanted to open this new position. The Sol USDT because of the level. Well, you know, I said Tesla in the beginning, and then I was wrong because there is no Tesla coin on the futures market. So, okay, we've diverted. So I bought the Solana coin with the...
Быстро, да? Так, да, хорошо.
So let's go to the settings that I used with Solana. So right now, I wanted to tell you about the basic indicators that I used. I opened the order at 37.92. I put the stop loss at $39, and the take profit is at $34.5. It's a short position. So the take profit is a little bit higher than the previous level. This one, the support level that I expect to see in the nearest future when the coin will be bought back again. And let's see how this particular short order will perform. I like what the 1 hour chart shows me, what the 4 hour chart shows me, although it can open in 20 minutes, the new 4 hour chart. But for now, we bounced back from that level pretty well. For now, it's at the level of 38.34. We went to 38.46, broke through, and then we were bought back. And then if you take a look at the 15-minute chart, you can see how we can see the gradual correction for the coin, how we are bouncing back from this level and going lower. I think we can go to 37.2, and if everything goes well, we can breach the 35.5, and then can go even lower and see where we're going to close our order. For now, it's a minor plus. It gives me a minor plus, and let's see if I can do the same with other coins that I've chosen for today's trading session. So we opened the order for Solana. Let's go to DOT. And by the way, let me remind you that you can trade with us in the real time, open the same positions, and do what we're doing, go long or short. Or you can go the opposite direction and see if your prediction is better. Because after all, we're sharing our opinion and telling you what should be done today. So for the DOT coin, I also have the growing model set up. Let's see. Let's see what we can expect in the near future. Just give me a second. I will stretch it. We haven't yet reached the next level. I guess I'll have to correct it. I don't like $10 numbers to either buy or sell. So I move the prices, and now I can see how we reached the level of 6.91, and then we're somewhere floating around that level. For now, I wouldn't open an order. Alexander is being So Alexander is opening a short position for Bitcoin. So I have a support level here, from which I hope Bitcoin will bounce back at 2,500. For me, this level is the fundamental level on the current market. Let's see how it performs. What kind of levels do you have, Alexander? What are you going to do with Bitcoin? What are your plans? where you opened your order, what kind of take profit and stop loss you used.
Так, а как мне тут открыть? Щас.
Just give me a second.
Шею скрипт засмотри. Показ экрана, если
Yeah,
удобно.
share your screen if you can, because for now my internet is
А ты можешь
lagging.
Показать.
свой включить экран, да?
Could you
Конечно, Саш. Сейчас я тебе
start
просто
sharing your screen? Yeah, sure.
Ты
I'm going to go to Bitcoin.
буквально настрой уровни по доту.
Let me configure the levels for DOT because I'm gonna go short because I quite like what I see, but this position is going to be risky. I'm not sure we are done with this level, but I think we can still use it with a very short stop loss. I'm going to use, okay, Alexander, you're already sharing your screen. You interrupted me on the most interesting moment, but okay, Alexander. Yeah, let's try to do it anyways. Sorry for interrupting your screen sharing. Okay, yeah, go for it. So I opened my position for Bitcoin, short position. What kind of levels did you use? So where is your take profit and stop loss? Because they are mandatory. Yes, I was in the middle of configuring the take profits and stop losses. So here's my level. As you can see, my level is here. At the next level is the resistance level, 21,074. And you see, we've almost touched it. And now we are bouncing back. What I can see on the short time frame is that for the next 30 minutes during our session, 30, 45 probably minutes, from 30 to probably an hour, we will see a correction, which is the decrease, and we will be observing this kind of movement. Okay, meanwhile, I'm setting the levels for the dot coin and see what we have there.
И мы перейдем уже к монете по Polkadot, которую я открыл.
And now we're going to the Polkadot coin. I'm going to use a very short stop loss of 1%. Probably I will make it even lower than 1%. I will have it at $6.94, maybe even less than 1%. And the take profit in this case will be at 5%. And let's see what kind of a profit our coin will show. Probably a little bit more, 6.65 for this particular coin. That's where the position will be closed. And by the way, I wanted to note, to draw your attention to the fact that the next resistance level or support level is 6.54. And I very much like what I see in terms of our short positions. So if we want to go short, we go now. So you see, we already start seeing some income profit. So I made $1.50 for Solana, and there is a minor positive result for DOT. Yeah, but while I was talking, you see, it changes all the time. Let's see how it performs and whether I should open short positions for other coins. Atom went a little higher, doesn't want to fall down, which is understandable because the current direction movement range can be higher. And for this coin, you can go both short and long. There are no obvious apparent entry points. As for Avalanche, I think I will open a position. You see, while the screen is refreshing, sometimes it switches to red instead of green. So you see DOT is going down. For Avalanche, I can see continued decrease, which is good for me. And
Было бы неплохо сейчас, конечно.
For Avalanche, it would be good, I think, to go short here. Quite like it. But in this case, the stop loss will be at 2035, which will be more than 2.5%. Quite a big stop loss, a fat one. And I don't really like doing it. I think we could do lower, but during the previous session, I was greedy and literally 10 cents for me was enough not to be for my stop loss not to be triggered. So I'm not really in a hurry right now to open orders in the moment. Let's wait and see what happens and then open an order. The long are not in our consideration. Long orders, the short orders have already given us $2 if we take profit. Well, I'm gonna use the 5x with my trading amount of 2,500. So Avalanche doesn't want to go down either. Well, there is a correction brewing as is for other coins, but the coin might still be bought back and the movement can go both ways. For now, we have a small positive result, but of course, I'm not going to take profit with this money. If you opened the 10x with a bigger amount of money, then you could have made 2%. So you can go with entire deposit 10x and get 2.4%. With the dot 5x leverage, you would get 0.5%. So let me consider Bitcoin Cash, how it performs, because it is at the minimum level right now over its entire history of those coins in Binance. So $105 price seems very attractive for that coin, but we need to understand how strong that coin can go and what kind of income we can get. At the same time, I wanted to note that we have enrollment going on into the new student group, both Russian and English speaking groups, students, for our trading course, training course. So you can write to me in private. You can get a link on YouTube, and I will ask Ilya to share the link to the live trading group where you can see my nickname. Write to me directly, or to Lorna or Alexander or Ilya, and then there you can express your willingness to participate in the course. You can trade with me and make money with me, and also get a certain income from and also get some income from being involved in some of the projects that I'm involved in, because right now I'm pushing forward the making initiatives within several projects, and we already show certain results for different coins. You will see in the I can tell you more about it in private messaging or in the group, so do write to me. I will tell you everything you need to know. So for now, the coins don't really want to go down. We are still lingering at the zero mark, but let's see how it goes. I don't want to open a short order for Bitcoin Cash. I don't like what I see right now. As for the Polkadot, we can see a minor correction towards the level. Let's see if it can reach it and then bounce back. For now, the entire model is showing me a correction that can last for 1 hour, 1 and a half, and probably we can make a profit during this current session and see if we can use it in our lottery. Alexander can be the person who can be the winner in the lottery, in the raffle. So Alexander, if I add you to the prize pool winners, potential winners. So for now, I don't see the desired dynamics for this coin. And yesterday night, last night, we saw a very strong growth, which kept continuing for the entire day today. So you see, we reached the level and then we've bounced back from it. This is quite a serious resistance level. We've been going around those values like 6.9, 7.2 for Polkadot. And for now, we cannot breach it or go higher. And all the energy that was accumulated before that was lost. Well, let's see what kind of an income we can get with Polkadot. If someone of the Zoom participants opened similar orders with us, you can share it. You can ask your questions if you want to. We will take a look. We will consider them and discuss them because, after all, it's a live trading session, and people can be interactive here. We can analyze coins together, ask your questions, understand why we're moving in this direction or that direction, and all of it costs just $30. So you can go to our chats and learn more details about your participation in our active live trading sessions. Okay, as for the TRX, what can we see here? Artem, this is Alexander. I wanted to add one thing here. I opened 2 more orders. I opened Ethereum. It's not late yet because all of the coins right now are in the same range. Ethereum and BNB, I opened short positions with 5x for $1,000. Okay, Alexander, great. So we are now more prone to opening short positions in the short term. How long do you think this trend will persist? My opinion is that we can be in the correction until the beginning of the next day and then go long. Or probably the market will start growing at night when I sleep, which is 11 p.m. Moscow time or midnight Moscow time. Then the daylight in Europe will be correction. This is my opinion. What do you think, Alexander? Well, I think that a correction is in order, should be, because I'm now looking at the 4-hour chart and I see that the reversal should already happen for the correction within a day.
Понятно, Саш. Ставишь чуть больше.
So you think it will persist longer, right, than the beginning of the next day? Yeah, I can start sharing my screen if you want to. Yes, please do. Meanwhile, I'll be configuring levels for the link. So what I see here, let's go into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, after all, is a more weighty coin that drags all other coins behind after it. So we can see from the 4-hour time frame. Here you see my level is set at this level, 21.50. We tried to breach it. We simply touched it, and now it's short. And now it's red. In 5 minutes, the new 4-hour candlestick will open, and then we'll have to be careful here on the watch out. So the EMA indicator shows me that there is still potential for growth all the way to 22,500. But the MACD indicator tells me that there might be a correction for the next 16-20 hours. From 12 to 24 hours. Probably 3 more candlesticks until will be red until the 2200. Probably we will prick or sting the touch lightly the 2200. So I put a 3% take profit, but probably it won't be 900, 950. It's quite a low point. So basically, this is where we started growing from. Therefore, probably my take profit will not be 3%, probably 1.5%, 2%. That's where I'm going to take profit and close the position manually. But you know, this is not a big drop. We didn't have a big increase, so 3% drop is not a big drop. So it's quite narrow range, as I said. The movements are quite short, and your offer proposal to use a big leverage, well, yes, we could increase our profits doing that, especially during such short Zoom sessions. But we could have big losses too, you know, just because of the narrow time frame. Yes, that's why we're gonna call such sessions insane trading sessions, or trading sessions, or crazy trading sessions with big leverages. We can show how you can survive using big leverages, not just using 50 leverage. Chance that if you use 50x, we won't be able to enter the market at all. So it all depends on the market. It all depends where you open the position. Alexander has a good positive result. You can see it here. I have a positive result here. Now I'm looking at the link coin. So what I can show you here, there is one more coin that I can open a position with. For now, I can see $5 a total income for my positions, and I have one more coin, Chainlink, since the beginning of the session for an hour and a half. So yeah, you still can go short here, but until it reaches the next level. So the question is, when should we trade with Link, or should we trade with it at all? Ilya said that he went short with this coin as well. It's quite an interesting coin. I like buying it out for when going long with quite wide ranges. It's like swing trading when you buy from level to level and then sell it. And I try to do it quickly. For now, today, I can't see any buyback points. But if we go to the level of $6.15, $16, in this case, all we have to do is to drop by 1.5%. That's where we can take profit and consider this level as a good support level to go long. Whereas if we have a longer time frame and it shows continued decrease and we see the reversal model pattern that is taking shape right now, but it's not good enough for us to say that it's going to be a reversal pattern. We'll see how it performs right now. Well, the entry points are still valid for Link, but if I go into it right now, I will have to use the stop loss of 2%. In this case, my take profit should be at least 4%. I don't want to put a take profit at $6. So, of course, it's quite risky to trade the coin right now. We could wait for the coin to reach that level and then close it. But it's not as interesting as the Polkadot and Solana that already gave me 1% of my deposit. Two open positions during this current session already gave me this much. So what other coins we can trade with? Maybe you don't want to trade with any other coins. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm considering other coins. I'm looking at EGLD coin. It grew well. It's now in the flat position after good growth. EGLD, yes, here it is. Well, we could go short here. Probably. Well, again, the stop loss is 2%. There is no way around it.
более долгая, мне кажется. Это будет сделка на...
But it's not going to be a long-term position for 12 hours, probably. I will have to wait here. Although now the new 4-hour candlestick has opened.
Вот, и надо
And we'll have to observe it for another 15 minutes.
А давайте-ка нам
Все-таки
паузу
я,
просмотрим.
наверное, открываю еще GLD в шорт.
So I think I'm going to go short with EGLD. It's going to be quite risky though. Guys, we are not considering now the coins that are highly speculative, that can go up and down without any fundamental analysis or reasons. We're trying to trade with coins that have made it to the top 20, top 50. So we want to trade with the reliable coins like Compound or Shiba Inu, although Shiba Inu is top 20, are not for consideration. Although I have those coins and I consider them interesting, but I try not to trade with them, actively trade with them. So what we can work with here is we can go short with Cardano coin, which is quite like. Let's see if it's possible, and let's see how our previous two orders are faring. Well, they are performing well, more than 1% without leverage, and now we see minor correction for some of the coins. Solana is good. For now, the candlestick is red, unlike other coins, and Polkadot as well. I think we won't see anything really terrible there. For Polkadot, should have been red, but it's green and shows a minor correction after the previous big red candlestick. Let's see how it goes, and then we will act based on the situation. Probably I will have to take profit or put a stop loss at 0. Let me think about it, because, well, we could move the stop loss to 0 to where I entered it. Well, my level is a little bit higher, but I don't really want to take my losses here. But again, the market is going in the opposite direction. I think I'm going to take profit for it right now, or probably put the stop loss at the break-even point, which is not an interesting story. Actually, the income is not that big, but I want to see how this 15-minute candle works out. Well, based on the analysis, we won't be able to. We will most probably go higher than the next high level and won't be able to go to the next low level. And then probably when the coin is being bought back, my stop loss might be triggered. I don't want to move my stop loss, but maybe I will take my profit no matter how small it is, but it's not a cool idea. I wanted to see at least 1% of net without leverage, which is 10% with leverage or 5% with leverage in the case of DOT. So you see in the brackets, you see the percentage with account for leverage. Okay. Let's see if this correction model is broken or not, pattern will change or not, because we're talking about short-term orders here. Let's see to which price this coin will go within this 15-minute time frame, and then I will respond. For now, I like it, but the current 15-minute candlestick doesn't perform well. I'm not okay with that candlestick. Alexander, what about you? What about your coins? What about your... Well, I was too hasty in opening EGLD. I should have waited for the next 15-minute candlestick. So now I'm at minus $5 and other coins corrected as well. I was too in a hurry with EGLD, but I said it would be risky. So hopefully that 15-minute candlestick is a checkup candlestick. Yeah, because people will now start trying to go long based on the 4-hour chart time frame. Let's see what kind of money is injected into those coins. For now, I don't see anything really fantastic when the 15-minute chart was opened. Well, the volumes are coming in, the coins are being bought, probably some of the positions are being closed, short positions, but really I don't see any big money pouring in based on the indicators for us to change our mind and go long. I guess I'll wait for this 15-minute candlestick to end and then see how it goes, because I have quite an interesting model here. 3 red candlesticks, and then usually in the market, when you see 3 red candlesticks in the market, many participants think that if 3 candlesticks in a row were red, then you should start buying, because the opposite movement will start. It's a candlestick based analysis model. It's like probability based. It's probability theory, but we'll have to wait first. I will take a minute to take a look at Avalanche that corrected since our last checkup. Well, by the way, Avalanche, I see a pleasant pattern. They tried to buy us out, but the Avalanche is still showing the decreasing trend. Quite an interesting model, but I'll be waiting for that pattern to complete itself. It doesn't show the same pattern as for Solana and DOT. As for Atom, unlike Avalanche, the pattern is opposite. They don't allow us to fall. Probably we can go long with Atom, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I don't really like it in the short term. But then, based on my levels, we can approach the biggest resistance level at 9.7. And when that level is breached, we can see it might go higher. As we can see, Alexander, the correction is going on for short orders. The coin is growing, which is not good for us. So probably I will have to close those positions, because we are approaching the level, and it's quite strange that when the next 15-minute candlestick is opened, some of the stop losses can be triggered. But I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna see how this level is tested for Polkadot. But the candlestick is quite thick, fat. I don't like it. And no, the market doesn't care whether I like it or not. It all depends on how much money was injected and whether those volumes can change the market direction. Well, overall, my income is less than 1%. We could open new orders here, but again, you need to understand that whether you should do it when the next candlestick opens or you should wait a little bit longer. For Matic, so what I can see with Matic here, which is a coin that grew quite a lot with the influx of new community that started buying it. It's originates from Terra, Luna blockchain. It shows some good growth. Plus, there is a slight decreasing trend, but I wouldn't start buying it right now. You could go short with it, but I don't really want to do it right now. I would buy out Matic a little bit later when we have the next level support, when we test the next support level, and I would buy this coin when we reach the price of 58 cents. For now, the current price is too high. I wouldn't want to open this position long for this coin. And I'm not going to go short either. For Solana, for now we are, which is around $3, which is 6.4%. The new trend shows us the correction. The new candlestick shows us some correction, and Solana really doesn't want to either go up or down. We still don't know where the direction will go in the near future, but the trend for correction is persisting, and I will keep my short order. Probably I will be moving my stop loss in the near future. Let's see how it goes. But for me to be able to move the stop loss, I need the coins to show me at least 1% growth of the deposit amount. And then I could shift the stop loss, confirming that in the worst case scenario, we will at least break even from those positions. So for now, there is nothing interesting happening with the Solana coin. Yes, it tries to grow. Dot coin is also trying to grow, show the continued decreasing movement. Now we are already at $1.50 profit, and it's not very pleasant profit. And there is a high chance that this level will be tested. I think, Alexander, I'm going to close my position for DOT. I will see how the next 15-minute candlestick opens. But if this pattern shows us that there will be continued growth, I'm going to take the little profit I have. I don't like this candlestick at all. Well, if with the opening of the new candlestick we start going down, then I will keep the position. But let's see what the chart shows us. Yes, Ilya, I'm gonna give the floor to you. You'll have 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll be observing Polkadot and decide on my next move. Yes. The
Теперь она стала
Эфир.
сеть эфириум. Да.
Yeah, the Ethereum decreased their commission from $10 to $4. Canceled commission fees for some trading pairs. They announced it on their web resource. You can see what kind of trading pairs don't have a commission anymore. And because of that, the trading volume increased on Binance. Next.
Объявлена новость, то, что в США
The news was announced that in the United States, there will be ATMs, 175,000 ATMs, where people can buy and sell Bitcoin and Litecoin. Next, another interesting news. Ripple had an advisor, Michael Barr. Now he's going to become the deputy CEO of, or chairperson of, FRS. Now the question is, what's going to happen to the court trial between FRS and Ripple? It's like a soap opera now, because if Ripple loses the case, it's going to create a precedent, and everyone except Bitcoin and Chile can be recognized security token as security token. If XRP proves their case, then there will be no such separation, because right now FRS are judging tokens by 3 categories: commodities, utility, and security. Commodities are tokens that you can mine that wasn't in open sale, and you can take it, you can gain it only if you mine it. And Bitcoin is the only token that falls within this description. And all the tokens that were sold on pre-sale, they can be categorized as security. And Ripple is fighting for this. Ripple is fighting for the entire cryptocurrency market. So the final court decision might affect the market both in the positive or negative way. Thank you, Ilya. It would be very interesting to follow the news around Ripple, see what kind of news we have. So probably Ripple will be used for money transfers within blockchain, on blockchain too, bank transfers including. So at the same time, I closed my positions for those two coins because I didn't like these Polkadot upwards movements towards the next up level, higher level. I took profits at 0.67% of the deposit amount, and then I'm gonna observe how it's going to move on. Probably we will linger within this range for some time, walk around it, and then probably we will have correction bouncing back from this level, 6.9. So I decided not to chase, two birds. I decided at the same time, I decided to have just one in the hands. Just a second.
С фиксацией стоп-лосса. Поэтому я все-таки решил зафиксировать тот доход, который был сделан. Но пока не совсем понятно, как дальше отработаются данные монеты, и мы дальше будем работать по ним. Так, DOT я зафиксировал. По Solana, конечно, модель была приятнее. Посмотрим, что мы сможем сделать дальше. Да. Угу. Так. Продолжаем наблюдать, что же дальше будет проходить по монетам. По Solana модель, скажу сразу, более практичная, более интересная. Предыдущая свеча не смогла перекрыть уровень открытия красной свечи, которая была сформирована до этого. И, в принципе, модель на коррекцию пока по Solana сохраняется. Но я выбрал зафиксировать доход и посмотреть, что же будет дальше по позиции, чтобы опять открывать. Я стараюсь закрывать и открывать портфельно, открывать позиции сразу в нескольких монетах и далее уже фиксировать доход. Посмотрим, что дальше будет получаться здесь по позициям. Возможно, еще стоит открыть сделку в UNC, в токене, который показал 22% рост. Кстати, по монете Луна, именно по...
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to interrupt it for a second. So as for the Luna, here we had very good growth after the big correction. On the 13th of July, we saw a result of 865. Now we can see this coin at this level. Well, I don't see any actual entry points for growth with this coin, but the Luna coin is still alive, and the project is still working on increasing the price. And this project, yes, is still live and kicking. Probably will have some new updates that will help the coin grow. But you see how inadequate this chart was, how the Loon C token moved, and then you could make 5x from this point in 3 days. Well, it's not even, it's 3x, I think, but we're talking about the minimum. But in 1 month, this coin grew quite considerably, depending on when you entered the position. Well, probably it was 20 days, not a month, but by trading with this coin intraday, you could make good money. One of the options of how you can earn to trade with tokens, including Luna, if you want to, is my trading course, training course. You can become a market professional. You will learn how to work trade intraday, go long, go short, participate in different streams yourselves, and then become one of the partners who will be continuing trading with us and independently too. For Solana, we can see a small correction, continuing correction for now. And I think the decrease will continue. For now, I decided to wait it out until it probably goes further down, because although we see some decrease, it wasn't that considerable, without any rapid drops. Let's see how low we can go. Most probably tonight, when the 4-hour candlestick opens at 7 p.m. Moscow time, we will see continued decrease. Probably we can reach that level at 38.3 for Solana, and when this level is breached, we can see further correction. For now, Solana shows us 6 green 4-hour candlesticks, so we can see daily growth. And you can see how in a short period of time, I was able to make 0.3% on the correction. I traded against the global trend for this current coin. Let's see what we can do next. But it is very important to be able to catch those short moments as well and take profit, no matter how small it is. Alexander, what can you add here?
Есть еще данные события.
Как я и говорил, что рынок сейчас не для торговли, ни в шорт, ни в лонг, потому что движение...
Alexander says that right now in the market, so I don't see any good entry points, both either for long or short, because we are in the very narrow range. As for the ELGD coin, I took a risk, and I'm at minus 1%, which is $10 for this coin. Bitcoin also is 1.5%. Well, I'm still keeping my positions, and I hope that eventually the predicted decrease will work out. Yes, because the 15-minute chart broke the pattern, and probably right now we are being tested, because further time frames tells us that should be correction. Okay. For now, I'm in observation mode. The situation is not that pleasant, but what can you do? I can either cut my losses or wait a little longer. I'm not going to wait for the stop loss, of course, to be triggered. I think I'm gonna close it manually if push comes to shove. Well, for many coins, I can see movement around the level. Probably Matic and Atom are exceptions here. Probably we can go higher. It's not clear with Bitcoin Cash. Avalanche shows some minor correction, but again, the keyword is minor. I think for most coins, we might go lower. For Bitcoin, for example, yes, right now we are at the level of 2,500, 800, close to the level 2,500. But I think before the Bitcoin continues moving upwards, there should be a minor correction. As I said during the previous streams, if we breach that level of 208, if we stay at the current level, then the next level will be 22,900 or 22,800. It should really shoot off. And then it will continue going upwards. And then we can discuss, talk about the global growth of the coins and Bitcoins going to the 28, 29,000. Because when there is a depression in the market, most participants cut their loss. So imagine we are right now within this range from the 13th of June, 14th of June, for a month now. And in any case, people accumulate certain panic, certain disagreement with the Bitcoin, and some of them might be upset with the Bitcoin, and they might cut their losses. which will make them close their positions and attract big market players who will be buying the coin for the long term. So here's the level of 20,500, nice level when the previous 4-hour candlestick was opened. And let me remind you, I have a 5-hour difference. So here we tested the level at 10 a.m. Moscow time, and now we are a little bit higher. So unfortunately right now I don't see any interesting model and no like meaningful events happening. Same time Bitcoin starts correcting, and I think it's more pleasant for you seeing that it's correcting, doesn't show growing trend. And next we can see if my support level is tested. But for now, you know, as they say, hope is the last thing to die. Let's see how it goes. But the basis of it all is the professionalism, of course. Professionalism, knowledge, and the desire to make money when you see the correct pattern. So the task of any trader, of course, is to notice the trend, to pattern, and try to use it for your benefit. We're trying to squeeze the last juices from this situation and make some profit from it. For Bitcoin right now, I think there will be a minor sale, and then I think we can go lower because we actually haven't reached it yet after opening the 4-hour candlestick at 11 a.m. Moscow time. We could still test this level, linger around it, and then go lower. But again, I don't expect going it beyond 225,000. And if we go, there will be a global correction happening. For now, I personally don't want Bitcoin to go lower and for the correction to continue. If right now, within the next 5 hours, we are close to the level 20,500, I'm okay with this situation. And tomorrow or the day after, we could start buying out the cryptocurrency market in general and continue going long. Artem shows a good situation with the increase, although I wanted to open the position for Artem, but I didn't. As you can see, the coin continues growing, and it's a good thing I didn't open it. I didn't go short because this coin didn't fall, and we can see continued growth of this coin. And we could still grow considerably with Artem. For now, I'm not going to open that trade personally. I don't like it. I want to see a minor correction first, or a trigger that I could use. But unfortunately, I cannot see it right now. And I don't want to enter into the coin right now, just expecting it to grow without any reason. But I would wait for the trigger first. So, Alexander, we see a minor correction for Bitcoin. Yes, with the next 15-minute chart. Well, I have this deja vu moment. 2 weeks ago, we did a live trading session and we saw a similar situation. We wanted to go short and the market started growing, but then at the end of the session, we went short and we said that in 2-3 hours, the market will be correcting. And market did go down. But of course, currently the market is not the same as it was 2 weeks ago. And the Bitcoin went up. Well, it tries to go up. It tries to show some growing trend. Those 3 grow candlesticks are quite funny. You know, they showed only 0.5% growth, and it seems like we've been growing for the previous last 45 seconds, 4 minutes. Sorry, but this is not what's happening right now with the Bitcoin is standing still. To put it mildly, I think some traders use different terminology for it. And then we'll see how it goes. See, now we're starting they're buying in and out again. Alexander, I can't see your smile because you should be happy. You went short with it. So your Bitcoin, you have broken even, right, with the Bitcoin? Yeah, I've broken even, but EGLD, instead of -10, well, it's right now there is a fight going on. It's going back and forth. So I shouldn't be doing any rapid movements or rash movements here. Let's see how this 15-minute candlestick works out for me. So Ethereum and BNB shows a minus, and Bitcoin for now and EGLD shows a -2. So I open orders before the next 4-hour candlestick. I make this mistake over and over again. Because the 4-hour candlestick can show you the direction for the next foreseeable future, whether it go up and go down. I think, in my opinion, right now, there should be a correction. But the 4-hour candlestick showed us the continued growing trend for the last half an hour. So this was a trap that I think I was caught into. But because I was too in a hurry, I should have waited for 15 or half an hour before going short. Because we need to first see how the 4-hour candlestick performs within an hour. But the decrease is happening right now. Link, for example, you see what's showing to me, 2 green candlesticks, and then it all starts selling.
Ладно, и... Ну, распродажи, да, хорошо, да. То есть сейчас... Да. Да, хорошо.
Okay, so people are starting selling.
Проименовать так неудобно. Да. Хорошо, да. Ну, могу сказать в оправдание себе, что я живу на Бали.
Also, I'm going short.
Так что вот. Да. Хорошо, Денис, спасибо тебе большое, да, за коррекцию.
Okay, so we were discussing whether if the coin is being sold, whether we can call this phenomenon buying back. It's not, it's selling out. Okay, now we can see the rapid decrease in the link price. So if I entered the coin here, I could see that coin reach the next level. As for the Polkadot, we are at 6.8. We have the reversal movement. What about you? Are you smiling even bigger, even more?
$7. Ну, биткоин пока тоже. Вот чуть-чуть падение продолжается, но...
So I can see continued decreasing here, but EGLD doesn't want to fall any more. I'm still at -$3.50 with it.
Ну, согласен. Но вот смотри.
Okay, I agree, yes. I can see minor decrease for Avalanche, a strong decrease for Link. I saw some considerable correction for Solana and DOT. It's 37.4, quite a considerable decrease. I wanted it to be bigger, but, well, the still decreasing trend. We were bought back here a little bit. And then let's see how it moves on. But the trend can continue downwards. Probably right now I will open a couple of more short orders and see how it goes.
Да, в принципе, мне очень нравится позиция в шорт по Solana.
Yes, I quite like the idea of going short with Solana because, but still people are buying out on the 15-minute chart. So I think I will open one more short position when I see some real movement. Well, I want the coins to touch upon the level and then go short. But I don't want to take risks. Alexander opened his orders, and what if the market goes by 30% and then all of us will make quite some money from going short. So what about Ripple? It's 33.6. Again, after the correction, they bought the coin back. So I don't really understand this movement in the moment. I don't want to be sitting either short or long here. For example, Stepna coin, which is GMT, is traded on Binance. GST coin there is also, but it's traded on FTX. And what we can see here is that we have the same buying back as across the entire market. I don't see anything interesting here. On the 4-hour chart, we can see movement towards 95 cents and something else. Maybe we'll go to 97. We'll have to see how the market goes. But of course, right now, I don't have any particular desire to open new orders. I would wait out for the opening of the 4-hour time frame at 7 p.m. Moscow time and then make my decision. Probably I will open a couple of more short orders. As for Avalanche, we saw some considerable buying back despite the short time correction, and you can see different movements, rapid movements going on with different coins. For now, I don't think we should make any hasty decisions, think about what to do best right now. But again, with Polkadot, we've already reached the level. You see, in one candlestick, we reached the level. Let me see how it tests out, and probably I will go short after it again. Let's see how this level is tested, what kind of price we can reach here. And someone was waiting for it to fall down to purchase it at 2% lower. But yes, we've tested the level. We went to 6.94, 96, and my stop loss were somewhere there, so I did right to close the position. But I'm not going to open the position right now. Probably at the next 15-minute chart, we will see some new movement, and then we can go short. So we'll have to observe. So this candlestick here can be very tricky, can be deceiving. It's not a trigger. It's not a reversal or trigger candlestick. It means just that a certain number of market participants bought the coin. I cannot really tell you that the coin started growing. So that's what's happening with Polkadot. Let me check Solana again. As I said, it was expected that we would go to this level. We can't go to the next level. It's quite far away. We should still wait. I'm not ready to open my transactions for Solana. And let's take a look at Avalanche. We saw some growth. Atom showed some growth. The coin continued going upwards. And let's see what else we can open. Well, of course, in here, as I said, we could gone long here when I started considering, but I don't know. For now, I don't want to go if I'm not sure. Although Atom shows some good promises to go long, I will be waiting for the next level. I don't want to be in a hurry here. Let's see what the 4-hour candlestick shows us. There is no need to hurry. In April, it seemed like Bitcoins could bounce back to $48,000 in a very short period of time, but I don't have such expectations anymore. I'm not in a hurry. You always have time to make money. The main message here is that you can go to the market and make money no matter what time of the day it is. What matters is that you have time. But you shouldn't be too enchanted with the market, and don't try to use the same pattern all the time. If you are trading for 6 hours or 8 hours straight before your computer, your eyes become blurry and you stop perceiving the market correctly. You should make short breaks, probably go take a walk, think about your trading. When I was in Moscow, I could go to the groceries store, buy something, and then continue my trading session if I wanted to. So right now the market has already grown considerably. So we need to see if we have any other new interesting coins to trade with. Atom coin, I will put a pin in it in terms of going long. Uniswap is also an interesting coin.
По данной монете есть потенциал роста в перспективе к $20, если по ней будут...
So it can go to $20 too if there are new volumes poured in. But for now, as we can see from the beginning of this day, of today, for the last 20 hours, we've been around the same level. Well, when I say the beginning of the day, I'm talking about my day. So we are in the same level. And in the last 24 hours, we haven't grown too much. We'll see what happens to it tomorrow, but on the daily chart, I can see that the growing trend perseveres, and probably it will move. The next level will be $10, I think, big level. But then we have to see how quickly it goes there and what you can make, what kind of money you can make if you trade with that coin. We have a wonderful coin called Chilis. There will be a World Cup in Qatar in November, December. Probably some new football clubs will want to go crypto. And this coin will be a good assistance to them to go into the market. Therefore, Chilis coin today can still show considerable growth, and the growth can be within 5x, I think, compared to the current price. It can be 50, 60 cents for the coin. And if we trade with it, then we can see it going to 13 cents. Well, the current price is interesting, but it's not as lucrative to trade with it today. A pity we didn't trade on the 14th of July in the evening at the same time when we had a market reversal. So yesterday we could have thought about entering this coin and go long for several coins, not only this one. For now, it's not exactly clear what's going to happen. Some of the coins are close to the level. Some of them are getting close to the level. Chilis Polkadot is hitting its head against this level. I'm sure it will not breach through it. I think we will stay close to it, around it, and we'll have to see tomorrow what happens to it next, whether it will go above it or there will be a correction tomorrow with the new day in the morning. We'll see whether we should trade with it on it. So, as they say, you can't foresee the future, but we'll try and then use the levels to trade. So, Alexander, what kind of thoughts you have? A penny for your thoughts. How would you call the current market if you were to coin it in one word? Well, how can you coin it? The market has its own life, so there is no point in us calling it any names. The market sometimes allows you to make money, sometimes it doesn't. In my case, it didn't make me make money right now, allow me to make money right now. So I see that the coins are going up and my losses are increasing. So the 4-hour candlestick, I should have waited for the new 4-hour candlestick and then open my my positions. Yes, I told you, Alexander, right away that I didn't like that movement, because after that coin for DOT, we could go even lower. This candlestick was not clear at all. It didn't show us anything. Was it movement towards the level, testing of the level, whether it go down, whether it was a struggle between buyers and sellers, and then we have the next growing candlestick. So it's not stable. I don't think we should go open any orders, either long or short. I took profit, yes, 0.6%, but again, I don't see any really high yielding orders. Probably if we breach that level, we'll go to new heights, and probably the trend, the decreasing trend, will be broken until the next day, but I don't think it is probable. With Link, you see, there was a sharp decrease, and then people bought it out again. So there was a very terrible candlestick for Link. I did a good thing not to have bought it after this growth, although I could, within 50 minutes, make a good profit. I wouldn't be greedy here, would have been greedy here. But in any case, for now, the prices are not interesting, not very pleasant for shorting. Let's see how it goes next. We have literally 10 minutes left for this particular streaming session. We've traded with several coins. My performance is 0.6% from my deposit compared to the entry price. Let's see how Alexander performs within the next 4 hours. Probably the prices will show some correction in the near future. Probably they will correct a little bit later. But for now, we are of the same opinion that I personally don't wait for any global growth here. And I don't think Alexander is waiting for any global growth either for those positions. What do you think, Alexander? Well, as far as what's happening right now, probably the trend might be broken. And we can observe growth for all the coins. The Bitcoin is going up, and now all the other coins are following suit. So the model that happened at the intersection of the lines of MACD has been adjusted, and now it has reversed. So what I said in the beginning, that there are no obvious entry points, either short or long, I have an impression that probably we haven't yet exhausted the going long opportunity. So it's too early to go short, but there were triggers for us to go short. But EGLD, for example, is in the correction, whereas previously it was minus $15, now it's minus 8. Ethereum went upwards, now it's showing me minus 15. It hasn't yet triggered my take profit and stop losses, but losses are already considerable. So, of course, it would be better to see take profit being triggered and not stop losses being triggered. But again, you either wait and see and observe the charts, and either we close it manually, the positions, or later on, or we do it right now. I don't really want to cut my losses right now. I'm still hoping there would be some correction, but I will keep observing it for the next half an hour at least. Well, Alexander, what I can tell you, yes, the positions might go short, I'm sure, the orders. For Ethereum, we are very close to the resistance level. So many of the coins are touching upon the levels, according to my model. And if they're touching upon the levels and bouncing back, it means there will be no continued growing trend. We could be lingering around that level, testing that level for quite some time, and then we either go up or down. For Ethereum, I don't see any meaningful entry points, either for going long or short. I'm talking about this right moment, but we have to see what happens next. This is the situation with Ethereum. You see my levels. I don't see any serious patterns showing us continued growth. It took us already quite a lot of time, 7 4-hour candlesticks to reach that level. 28 hours, 8 hours, yes. We'll see what the market shows us. But even if now the pattern is growing pattern, it won't be a reliable growing pattern. We'll see how the market performs today, and then we'll have to open our positions outside this live trading session. Ilya, Lorna, probably Janice, Jennifer, if you have any insight from those sessions, you could share them with us. Maybe tell us what interesting things you noticed, what kind of questions you have. Could ask them right now, and I'm gladly take and answer all of your questions. Ilya says that I had time to take my profit at the 15-minute candlestick. So I didn't make much, but I was on time. I made 5.7 for DOT. For LTC, it was 2.8. And for Link, it was 4.1%. Well done. So you're talking about the percentage-wise profit? Yeah. I closed my positions when I was in the positive territory, because for me, 4 or 5% is enough. Everyone decides on their own earning how much they want to take from the market. And, considering what's happening right now in the market, I'm ready that I took my profit at 4%, because I could have been minus 5%. Ilya, do you have any insights from the current session? Did you hear anything new, something interesting? Probably you traded with us. So what's your feedback here? Well, honestly, I paid more attention to how the MACD indicator is performing, because this is an indicator you should know about, because we have the volume indicator, MACD. You guys analyze all of those indicators very quickly, and I'm still at the end of my training session, because right now we are in the middle of our MACD indicator, and it was quite useful for me to see how it works in the real time, because hindsight 2020, as they say. But when you're doing it in the real time and see that the MACD performs or doesn't perform, your correction predict or not correct, your prediction is not correct, because lots of people want to buy cheap and sell high. But I think the market will be correcting, because not everyone had time to buy cheap yet. I'm talking about big players. But I'm sure there is some manipulation going on in the market, and the situations that has been happening over the last 2 hours. It's like people are asking you, should you buy dollars or not when it costs 100 rubles? It might go up, but then 100 rubles per dollar seems kind of steep. So it's like a flat market situation. But I don't think our partner currency exchange rate. Yeah, but it was just an example. I was using it to say that right now it's not really clear whether we should go short or long. It's not like you open a position and then you leave. No. Yeah, I agree with you, Ilya. Different situations. Could you please tell me if you had any interesting insights from the trading session or the training course? Maybe you have some tips, pieces of advice for other potential students if you want to. Maybe you can have something to criticize the course about. It's better to have bitter truth than sweet lies. So you, as a beginner trader, as almost a graduate of our course, what is difficult for you? What is easy? So what could you add here? Well, first of all, guys, what is of help, of assistance to me? Because thing is, I didn't come to this course knowing anything at all, without knowing anything at all. I had some theoretical knowledge, but theory is one thing. When you start putting it into practice, it's a completely different beast. The course takes 3 months, and Vasily and I, we stretched that course to 1 week longer because we were wrong we didn't do our homework correctly. And I like it about our course, although it's difficult, is because your home assignment is being checked. And if you don't do your home assignment correctly, you will have to do you have to review all of your mistakes, have your takeaways, and then you'll have to do it again. And not only you, but the entire student group. So it's like a team first, not individuals first, because that helps you dive deeper. And the psychology is also an important thing, because the course has a psychology component topic to it. You could be sitting on your coin waiting for your 20x, and that's it, and be satisfied. And then if the market goes in the opposite direction, you put the opposite orders. So sometimes you have to hold your coin, analyze, wait it out. Sometimes you have to make rapid decisions, especially in the current market. Okay, on this wonderful note, Ilya, I'm going to end the current stream, and all of you guys who want to enroll in our trading training session, understand how I use indicators, learn to use indicators yourselves, you can subscribe to our courses. And Ilya, I will be asking you to give the link in YouTube or social media to our Telegram group. And also all the information will be